Welcome again, guys, to another episode of SXM podcast, where United Africa is an undisputed Africa. So tonight's topic going to be Ibrahim Traore, Burkina Faso president, one of the youngest presidents on the continent, and one of the one that's doing most some of the most breathtaking and mind blowing projects and taking care of his citizens. Let's jump into a video, and then we're going to discuss it after. But take a look at this video. Then we'll come back to me. Boom.
What you have seen this morning is a revolution. The machines were entirely designed here. And I can say, without being mistaken, that Burkina Faso is the second country in Africa to develop this technology. It's a technology that isn't being imported, it's being developed. So it's not machines paid elsewhere to be assembled here, it's designed here, and everything is done here. Burkina Faso, governed by a military regime, just opened its first mining waste processing facility in one of Africa's foremost gold-producing states. The opening ceremony took place in the Kosodo industrial area, located to the east of the capital city Ouagadougou, and was graced by Captain Ibrahim Traore, the interim military leader. Since taking power in a coup in September 2022, Traore has been focused on ensuring that Burkina Faso takes charge of its own resources. His regime has been working hard to establish a factory that will allow the country to process its own mining waste. In fact, Traore has extended an invitation to other African nations to bring their mining waste to Burkina Faso, as the country possesses the necessary technology for processing.
So, guys, there you saw it. Ibrahim Traore, as he proudly said, he can say it. He's the second country on the continent that opening a mine waste refinery plant, which means, and listen to his words carefully and what he said in this video. It's engineered and made there. It's not brought from overseas. It's made there. It's financed by there, and it's local engineers that created this system to do the waste recycling, basically recycling the gold mine waste, basically. So this is what a president does. He do not import people to come to his country to work. He does not import machines. That's waste of money. He does not import um the anyway. He's not importing. Just waste all the money. So he's investing into his people, and why majority of Burkina Faso citizens back Ibrahim Traore. And why am I saying this? January 14th, which was just a couple of days ago, there was another attempt on his life. He caught the perpetrators, and they are in process to get to go to court and do the whole system before they get locked up, and give them a fair trial to see. But and according to what they're saying, they already admitted to what they have done. So, but this is the fourth attempt on his life. So this leads me to say, why? And he's the first president that's gotten African president that's gotten four attempts in less than 2 years on his life. That's very significant. Why? Let me take it back a minute. Sankara, the first, he was a president in Burkina Faso in 1980. In the 1980s, I think. I remember that exactly. 1984, I think. Don't quote me on that. And he was assassinated because he was doing the same thing that Ibrahim Traore is doing currently. He kicked out all the Westerners. He um he was for his people. He was building infrastructure. He was giving people food and water. He said every home must have food and water, a certain amount of food and a certain amount of water, and daily. Fast forward to the 2000s, when Abraham Traore did the same thing. He kicked out the Westerners. He cut all export to them, like with gold, um, um, uranium. No, all the raw materials was stopped, and then he hence went forth and signed deals with Russia, China, and even Rwanda and other African countries. Also, he started the Mali Niger coalition to back each other like the European Union. The same thing. No, not the European Union. The next one. NATO. he did the same thing but in Africa with other African countries. So if you attack one, you attack all. So he's doing all these great things. So of course the West is threatened because they can no longer get resources for free that could have used to reap the benefits of the country's mines. So because of that now, let's go down some of the list, because if I have to show you all the videos of what he did, it will take this will be too much of a long video. So let's get into it. One, as I tell you, he's kicked out all the Westerners. He signed deal with Russia and China. He also opened the first gold mine in Burkina Faso, which he started last year. Then now he have this mine waste refinery plant, and he's also inviting other African countries to send their mine waste to him to refine in his um to his company to help them to refine their waste as well. So that's a plus. So that's money making. He went to the schools and he speak to the kids and he said to all the kids, education will be free, and if you want to go away to study, he will finance it and then you can return home to put your studies into use. He promises all the citizens that when it comes to free education. He also revamped the educational system from the colonizers' system to more of a what's the name I'm looking for? Let's say he's no longer using the European format. He also um get rid of the French language as the main language on Burkina Faso. Now they're gonna go back to the traditional languages they used to use before the French eradicated some of these languages. So yeah, education. He also have major projects going when it comes to agriculture. He said that he want his country to be food independent, and so now he start a lot of agriculture, and he also said he want to eat. They want to eat what they grow, so they don't have to import. So when they get sanctioned, you don't have to worry about we can get grains from here and this and this. So he's putting on this massive project when it comes down to feeding the nation, be food secure, and he already started this project, and that's what the colonizers does not like. And he also beefed up the military, as I saw in the video, where he got new equipments, more modern and more um, effective surveillance system. And why he has to do this? Remember, whenever time the French colonize a country, they have around 7 to 8 countries still. The French is over them, managing them, and they cannot buy no weapons from no other country but French. That's one of the that's in the contract that the French has with these countries they oversee. They can only buy weaponry from France, and not only that, they do not sell these African countries that they're controlling any new modern weapons. It's always the ones they don't use anymore that's obsolete. They give to them and then. And so, if you're asking why we still have these, our army is not so equipped, that's one of the reasons. And well, what the army? I skip something. And since the French leave, um, with the Ibrahim Traore leading the teams in the south of the country, he attacked multiple and analyzed multiple insurgents and assailants. So how is it he can do this in 2 years, killing, unaliving so many insurgents, while the French was there for 20 years and they did nothing when it comes down to pushing back the insurgents? So let's go back to the last attempt on his life. That's why he's reshuffling the army. He get rid of some of the guys, and most of the guys who they caught trying to assassinate him was current and former leaders of the army, like generals and so forth, and some citizens. A very minute amount, and they're trying to. They said they was going around trying to turn citizens against Ibrahim Traore, but it wasn't happening because his citizens love what he's doing. So, and naturally, they're not going to turn against him. When you have the backing of your citizens, you will succeed. And he's doing great. And even ECOWAS still attacking Abraham Theory, like sanction wise and closing when they close the Nigeria close their borders to these 3 states, Niger, Burkina Faso, and Mali, and Burundi close their port to Burkina Faso. And now they just signed a deal with the King of Morocco to use his port to bring in all the necessary wants and needs they need. So that's a plus. So when the West have someone that they cannot control, they have no power over. This is what they do. They finance assassination attempts and they finance insurgents to destabilize the country. They don't they don't want to see an African country stand tall and show their worth or unite with other African countries. Like the unity they have going on. And other countries is also tapping into this Mali and Niger and Mali. Don't give them me, they're gonna come to me. The African NATO, then put it that way, the coalition they signed for the protecting each other. So it's becoming um like a black eye to the West because this never happened before. We never have this kind of gain. And also, before getting further, the Burkina Faso and Niger economy grew massively since the takeover of these coups. But even though he take over the country in a coup, it turns out to be one of the best things ever happened to the country. So the fact that ECOWAS, which lead by Nigeria and Senegal, is still trying to undermine Burkina Faso, it blows my mind. So that's why Ibrahim Traore will succeed. Cause remember they tried 4 times to kill him. 4 times. 4 times. Yeah, he's a four. To kill him and he still escaped unscathed. He caught all 4 times he caught the assailants. They get some of the ones they caught 3 years 2 years ago, they were on a year ago, last year. They was tried and some of them was the first no, let me get it right. The first coup attempt against him, assassination, he did not arrest them. He engaged them in dialogue. The second coup, he arrested them, imprisoned them. The third coup, same thing. He arrested them. Some of them, two escaped, and then two was caught and locked up. The fourth one, he just caught them again. And it was this time is multiple. Is as I said, farmer generals that's disgruntled, new generals, and around a handful of citizens, which I think is not citizens per se. It's most likely um, outsiders who came in trying to finance this assassination attempt because it was financed overseas. It came out, and if you may remember correctly, a couple of weeks ago, four French citizens with diplomatic passport was held in Burkina Faso on espionage act trying um, to hack the system and steal secrets. So, but they was caught, they was imprisoned, and now France saying, "Oh, Burkina Faso cannot imprison them. They want their citizens to be returned, but they commit a crime, so you have to pay the crime. You have to pay the fee, the penalty for that. So this is financed by external forces because what they don't want Burkina Faso to become a staple and the continent where other countries are gonna start to follow suit and do exactly what's going on in Burkina Faso. The food security, the beefing up their army, um, ban all export of raw materials, building their own factories to refine their products. Cause they're gonna refine their own gold, and now they're refining the waste from said mines. And free education for the students who want to go away to study. And he already signed accords with Russia, China, I think Rwanda, and a couple of countries for their citizens to go and study when they want to elevate themselves. And he'll pay for it, and all they have to do is return to do what they learn in the country. So let's hope other African presidents follow suit, and also here in the Caribbean, especially Jamaica. Barbados already take a step in the right direction by becoming fully independent and autonomous from the crown, which is the king. Jamaica need to do the same thing. I hear they're gonna do it soon, but I hope it's sooner than later. And a few other countries I think gonna follow suit because this Angola is still run by them, and a few other countries in the Caribbean. But it's gonna happen in our lifetime. We're gonna see where the rising and the standing up and the uniting of this right here on my chest, the continent. That's when we're gonna recognize our value, our determination, our value, and our place in the world when we unite. And that's why Africa is in turmoil because the West do everything in their power to make sure countries do not get the chance to stand on their own 2 feet. They have an uphill battle, but it's happening step by step, country by country, 1% at a time. The older ones them need to go and we need to get back into the younger generation to start lead the continent forward, and that's what's happening. Oh, and also the convention, the Pan African convention that was cancelled in Ghana, which was with Professor Theolo Lumumba, um, Dr. Akir Chikumbori, yeah, and Julius Malema and the the Nigerian politician, I forget his name, Obi. He gonna um Abraham Traore, according to what I'm hearing, tell them to bring the convention to Burkina Faso to keep it there. So let's hope that's actually true. Allegedly, I can't tell you for sure that's the fact, but that's what it seems as if at the moment. I'll update you along the lines about the convention if it happens. I take place in Burkina Faso. So anyway, thanks for watching. Let me know what you think about this. Talk about just go in the comment section, send me a message. I'll respond. I'll tell you anything that you want to know. If you need any links to any of what I'm saying to check it out yourself, I will gladly send it to you. So thanks for watching. As always, tell a friend, like, comment, share, and subscribe. You don't know that work. Help the channel to grow so we can send this masses, decolonize the minds of the ones who are still out there acting as if they are white. Yeah, we have a few of them that does that. Anyway, thanks for watching. You don't know. Boom.